welcome back to my channel. Today I thought it would be fun to do a challenge. So I watched Just Nora, I think yesterday, and she did a random building challenge done by James Turner, and I was like, that sounds fun. It can be a nightmare, but it also sounds like a lot of fun. So that's what I want to do today. So I pulled up his site and we are going to go to the tools and then the random challenge. And then you can just basically generate here, and then what it gives you, you have to do. I know that Nora did 3 times. I don't know, 3 times a charm, so why not? So 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's see. Ooh, I'm building a haunted house. It must have 2 floors, built on a 50 by 50 size lot. Your owner is an adult with 5 cats. Oh my lord, this could be my dream house. They love woohoo and shopping sprees. They're afraid of foundation and pitched roofing. Must have their spare bedroom. Budget 82,500 simoleans and optional, try only building diagonally. I am not very... That's an optional thing, so you don't have to. So let's go to... We will go to Ravenwood. Yeah. We need to go to, we need to go here to the old Ravenwood estate, and I am going to build there. Cool. Oh, this is a nice lot. I'm going to bulldoze it. Let's go to build mode. And no, that's the wrong button. And give myself the simoleans that I need to use. 82591. Set it. Okay, that is how much we have for this lot. I've been kind of fiddling around with some builds, looking up what the what was it again? Oh yeah, pitched roofing. Did I tell you that English is not my first language? So I have no idea what kind of a pitched roof is necessarily. I think I have an idea. I think I can still do kind of, dome-shaped ones, right? I hope. The other thing is that I was thinking about is I'm not allowed to do it on a foundation, and basically all the kind of, things that I also have in mind are all on foundation. So I thought maybe we can kind of, build the house on a raised terrain. Maybe I need to map it out first. So I want stuff around it, but I kind of want it a little bit, I don't know, almost off-center. Like that, and then maybe a little bit more at the back. I'm not really that proficient in terrain tools though. I have been playing around and fiddling with the terrain tool, and I think it took me an hour to kind of get it the way that I have it right now. So I, for the life of me, could not figure out how to get the stairs in a nice way without the ground dipping basically here, they're dipping. So I actually built a room and then kind of, removed the walls. So then I kind of only have the flooring, which is not technically a foundation. It's also not a room. So that's what I did, because otherwise I don't know. If you are proficient in terrain manipulation, let me know how you do it, because I have no idea. So basically here I put a placeholder, just one gravestone kind of for the graveyard there, and then maybe here on this side I can do something like a forest. I want an entryway here, and I think it's fun if it's then basically double. So I also kind of need a hallway, right? I know, something like this, and then kind of an extension here or something. I can make the living room here, so I kind of want then to have, that was bad English, kind of something like that. Yes, so we also need staircase, and stairs will probably go there. And then just put placeholder in, because honestly, if I do not, I forget what I'm doing. So living room there, yes. The kitchen doesn't need to be this big though. So let's make it a tad smaller then. Maybe if I make it like, maybe I can put a pantry there. And then kind of the dining room, dining room area like that. Okay, I know I'm working on a haunted house, but archway there, so there and then there. I think I'm also going to put it there. Why? Because I like that. So here we have then the living room, then here we have a hallway, then this can be a library, and then the stairs here. I think. So let's grab stairs, put it like that. Let's see how it is then upstairs. I think I can make that work. Let's see. What is going on? Honestly, the building is already haunted. But we can do something like this here. Follow this. Oh, no, I don't have to. I can also do that. And then put a little bit of a balcony on there. Is this also, what was it again? Is this also pitched roofing? Or is pitched roofing that? Because in my mind, pitched roofing is that. Maybe I'm completely wrong in that, but that is fine. I'm just going to do this anyway. Here, you know what? Let's kind of do this and that. So I've been fiddling around, as you can kind of see. I actually decided to not go for extremely rundown house. You know, having a haunted house doesn't necessarily mean that it's also a rundown house. I know some people think so, but let me tell you, it's not the case. Maybe these are fun here, just on the sides like that. Oh yeah, I also have this. This was actually the one that I was looking for. No, don't like it. And I don't really know about these, but we'll just leave them because why not? I kind of want a door here because I can then go, you know, to the balcony and also just do these, the mega double door. Let's just do that one. Shall we also do it there? Let's also do it there just because I needed a toilet, right? So let's grab this one and let's do that. Let's be fancy. And I'm actually going to put it a little bit more towards one side because we also have 5 cats, right? So we also need kitty litter box thingamajiggies. And I usually grab that one, but it's pretty expensive. So we'll just get this one and put it next to the toilet. That's a lot of the time the way I place it, or I place it underneath the stairs, which we can, but then I cannot get to it. Can I? Is that true? Theoretically, if I let me check something. So if I do that, I could put you there. I know that the pets can get there, but if I then put a wall here, like so, I can then do a number of things. I can either put a door in, you know, I can also do this, and then maybe with a curtain. Something like that. So let me see if my sim, at least you can get there. So theoretically this should work. I wanted to put a pantry there, I believe. I can do that. And then a darker one. And then we can kind of put a pantry here or something. I can put sinks in here if I want to. I just want to have a kitchen in. I don't know why, but I just want to have a kitchen in. And honestly, I really do love the black. So I can put a garbage can there, like that. Yes, like that. So I can kind of put coffee or something there. And that is cute. I can put cat, at least one cat feeding thing. And honestly, maybe an unpopular opinion, but you only need one cat feeder. I have 4 cats. And we have one feeding bowl. And they all eat it out of the same stuff. Because they don't care. Let's get the wall cabinets. And also an unpopular opinion, I do not like these wall cabinets. I don't know what it is, but I think that they just look, I don't know, like my granny, who is no longer with us. So if it looks like that, it's not good. So what I actually usually do is I just go with half tiles like these, and then I make my own. Something like that. And then when I put the walls up, you kind of have something, you know, I don't know, like that. I don't know if it's functional, if it's handy dandy, but we're going to roll with it. We are back and I did things. You see cats? I actually added the cats. So what I found is that when you are making animals in CAS and then go basically to their fur side, you have all these types of things. I did not know that. So we have that. We also have a skeleton cat. Look how cute. Look how cute. Oh yeah, there's a bone pile. We'll need that for later. let's get into build mode because I changed some things. Yes, I decided on the dark stairs because it's kind of a haunted house, and I actually found out that the character that I put in here is a spellcaster as well. You know, I was like, let's kind of, I don't know, pretend the floor is lava. I have no idea. But anyway, the exterior I changed to a planking from horse ranch. Let's go then to the interior for the floor plan. I think I already showed you the floor plan. So let me kind of show you what I did in the kitchen, because I think that was the last thing that I showed on camera. There's a cat on the counter. Of course there is. I changed the counter, no, the fridge and the stove, because they're quite expensive and I do need the money. So anyway, I added a window here from Life and Death. I added wallpaper here from, I don't know, but it's one of my favorites. And these, I actually don't know where they're from. Veranda open doorway. From what pack are they? They are from Cozy Bistro Kit. I really, really like this one. So here in the room, I just did a red wallpaper. I added fireplaces as well, windows, and then I think that's it. Yeah, here's still a placeholder. And then when we go upstairs to the first floor, I kind of started with the bedroom. Now, because the lady likes to woohoo, I kind of looked up a little bit what woohoo locations are. Well, beds, obviously, showers, also obviously, you know, but also closets. So I actually grabbed the perfect size closet. I think it's from base game. That is also why I grabbed the bush, because I kind of want to do a little bit of a woodsy area. We can put the bush in there. Don't think about it. No. I added a wallpaper flooring to the bathrooms, and then we can go upstairs to a room here. What are we going to do here? I have no idea. So let's then go to the dining room. So it's not a big dining room, but that's fine. She's alone. She kind of likes to have intimate dinner parties, if you know what I mean. I need to also remind myself of the budget. I actually like this one, the Maelstrom table. So let's grab that. It's not a large table, but again, we don't need a large table. Then get some chairs. I don't mind if the chairs are cheap, but I kind of want them to look nice as well. So let's grab these one, the Carnival Reclamation from, I don't know, with the apple. And what I want on top of the fireplace is actually a mirror. Also want lighting, yes. Yeah, I actually quite like these. So let's grab these from, what is the horse ranch? Do you want a candle or something? Ooh, you have them in red. Oh yeah, I also need curtains. Yes, yes. I like these, the Victorian curtains. Let's see what kind of colors we have that in. I can do red, but I can also do, I actually quite like this one. So let's do that one. I don't really need a curtain for here. Also don't really need curtains for here. I could, but it will kind of annoy me more than anything else, I think. So, and she's not ashamed of what she likes, you know. Let's get some lighting for in here. Something like that. There's also lighting underneath the cabinets. So yeah, this is cool. Yes, yes. I do want a coffee station, actually. I have cluttered up the kitchen. This is actually one that you need to fix yourself, coffee machine. So you basically get a skill, and it's then kind of the cheapest one as well. There's a tea thingamajiggy here. There's some clutter here. And some clutter here. And just some things here. It should all work, the kitchen, because the things are odd placed, which means that when you remove a counter, the stuff stays, so it should not technically be counted as clutter on the counter, if that makes any sense. I didn't clutter a lot in the dining room. I actually don't think that I added anything extra. Oh yeah, I did. The cobwebs. Because, you know, haunted house, cobwebs. I don't know. That's what I did. So, yes, that is basically the kitchen and the dining room. And I'm going to clutter it up more if I basically have, you know, leftover. Let's kind of go to the toilet, because that's going to be very, very quick and easy, hopefully. So let's get this one. So something like that. Yes. Okay. So that is basically, do I want a rug thingamajiggy? We do have a toilet rug thing. What color do I want? Shall we just do black? Because why not? So that's basically the toilet done. The hallway, it's probably no. Oh, I need a light. I almost forgot. Let's go to lights. I don't know, is that cute? Sure. Sure, that's cute. That's fine. So there is that. Now, let's also then do the whole, oh, let's do the outer hallway. Oh, the outer thing here. I actually quite like that one. So let's put you here. If I do this and I'll size you up and then put you here. Just put 2 plants sized up next to the door. Okay. Then there can be more stuff there, but not right now. So what else do I want to have here? I need... I don't know, someone's knocking on my wall, which is kind of interesting. I need one of these, like that. Yes, a Shurak, like that. Kind of color, in black, yes please. Umbrella stand. Oh, let's do that in kind of a bronzy color. Like that. Then we need a rug. I have added some things to the hallway. I've added some lights, a mirror, because I don't know why. I thought it would be fun. 2 paintings here. And that is basically what I added besides, you know, here the usual stuff that you have in your hallway. We're going to go to the living room next. Let's start with wall window thingies. What's it called again? Something like that. And then I don't know if I'll keep them red though. So we have that. Then let's go to comfort for the sofas. Let's see what we have. Actually really like this one. So let's put you there. And that also kind of hides the fact that the curtains are longer on one side. I don't really like the fireplace on this wall. Maybe that's even better. And honestly, I actually quite like putting that, doing that. So yes, if I'm not mistaken, this rug is also a woohoo rug. I'm not sure if that's true though. Do I want another mirror on, or do I want a painting? I haven't decided yet. Let's first get some candles on the thing like that. Yes. That could work. That can work. And then in a different color though. I actually quite like that. I do. We also need a cat all thingamajiggy. I have actually made my own on a few occasions. I think I'm going to do that again. So we're just going to size it up. I'm going to put it here next to the couch. Here is the basket, the traditional harvest basket. That's the one that I used. Snap point, it's so weird. So weird. I'm going to size it up and I'm going to raise it up. Something like that. And then we're just going to kind of do that. I added some things, not a lot, just some things. So I added a few paintings. I added some, you know, candlelight thingy. I added my favorite plant there. And that is kind of it. It's pretty bare, I know, but I have 24.5 left. And I also need to do, you know, here. So, yes. So let's then go to storage, bookshelves, and let's see. Yes, I want chairs in front of the fireplace. So comfort, chairs. Let's do these because why not? Let's get a computer like that. Yes. The library slash office is largely done. As I said, if I have a budget left, I will decorate some more. But I have added all kinds of fun things. Here I added some potions, and the fun thing is that if you are in live mode, these will kind of, I don't know, poof up. Yeah, I could have added a little bit more here. Yes. Can I? A roadmap to love. Now let's put that there because why not? I think this is the downstairs. Oh, the downstairs done at least, largely, as far as I can kind of do it right now. Yes. Let's go upstairs. I thought that this was, I don't know, nice and moody and such. So let's start with curtains. Yes, but you are too small. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my tool mod and I'm going to scale this up to 1.3 to start with. 1.2 is fine as well. So let's do that. So let's go to 1.2. Oh, that we can do this one. The gilded bat from vampires. Let's see in what color scheme I want that. Oh, we're going to go for that. Yes. Okay. I think that is very cool. Let's also go for candles. Because I can also kind of, I don't know, play with these a little bit more so that they are, especially if I'm going to put basically this shelf on them anyway, I can kind of play a little bit more with them, which I actually quite like, because now I don't have to kind of worry about the shelving thingamajiggies that they're on, not really doing what I want them to do, Something like that. It's a lot of candles. Yes. Me likey likey. We need a bed, obviously. So we basically have in Lovestruck, we have that hard bed, right? But it's pretty expensive. Maybe this one? The studs? Maybe that is fun. So let's get some bedside tables. Yes. Yes, yes. I can give them a different color to set the mood. What else do I want on the bedside table? Do I want an alarm clock? We can. Oh, I almost forgot. I also need smoke alarms. I need smoke alarms. I do. Let's put one here. And I'm also going to put on a burglar alarm. Yes. Do I also have a back door? I do. We need a burglar alarm there too. I need a black one. Yes. And I think I also want a fire prevention system utility panel. Why? Because I do. So that's the bed with the bedside tables. I want, no, miscellaneous here, an alarm clock thingy. This is so cute, that bread and butter toaster. I cannot help it. I think it's cute. So we're just going to put one here. Okay, and then for up here, do I want to have something? Can we? See, this is what I was looking for. That was what I was looking for. Or is that a little bit too much on the nose? It's bad though. Oh, that one is cute. Actually, quite. I think that one is fun. I also have that one. This one, no, this, go away. This one ain't it. No. So that one or that one, or maybe neither. Maybe this one is cute. Let's do that one. That's so cheesy. Okay, we also need, well, oh no, we already have a closet. Yes, I don't need that. What do I want here? Oh, I can do a vanity there. I can, so let's do vanity. Let's do a vanity. And let's then do that one in black. Yes. Oh yeah, let's do this one. A little bit like that. And then I want a table next to it. Surfaces. A little end table. How about this one? I like that, but I want it in this color. Okay. Behind here, like that. And then I can put that on top of there. So that you can kind of grab it when you're, reclining there. Yeah. And then I want a rug. I want this one. And then I want it sized up. Like that. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. So let me kind of clutter everything up and then I'll show you what I did. So I put some sneaker boxes here. Here I found some parcels or packages in Debug that I basically stacked on top of each other. And then here are some, some knickknacks and some stuff here. I did some wood there. I put a mirror in the corner. And what I also added was this. That's basically a menu for two or something, and a pillow. So let's go to bathroom number 1. So what I usually do is this. Oh, wait. Don't we have kind of dividers for that? There's an invisible shower shield. I can put that in and then a shower. You know, because why not? We need toilet paper. Brush tester cleaner. We will just go with this one. Let's put you there. Okay, I think we need towely thingamajingy. We also need kind of, you know, toothbrush stuff. Like that, yes. And then we will get a towel thing here. Honestly, I think this is largely it because I don't have a lot of budget left and I have to do another room and the bathroom as well. So let's, you know, copy the potty and let's also do that invisible shower shield like here. And I'm also going to copy the shower like that. So that's basically the shower done. We're also going to copy the mat, but I'm going to change the color to, let's do a dark blue. Do the toilet paper roll and let's make it silver. Yes, and I also want the toilet paper brush there. Okay, something like that then. And then for this bedroom, let's go to bedrooms. Yeah, that one is cute. Let's do that one because there basically needs to be a bed. There needs to be a dresser. It does not have to be fancy though. Technically, I should get bedside tables. I don't have to do anything. We'll just get those. Oh no, those are too expensive. I don't know. These are, no, I don't like those. Do I like those? No, I don't like any of them. Well, let's get these then. Fine. I'm going to size them down a bit though. So I just added a chair and I love this basket. I don't know what to do with it, but I love it. So that's, I just put it there. Then I put some books and some stuff here on the dresser. I also changed the color. And then that is it for this room. I'll just put some whatchamacallit posters up. Where are we? Where are they? Where are they? I always scroll by them. It's just, oh, here they are. Let's just grab one here and two there, and then we'll just kind of change the color. Let's do you. And then we need lighting here too, right? Yeah, that would be nice. So let's get some lighting then. Maybe I can put some plants there. Decorations, plant. But honestly, again, I don't... Oh, it does do something for the environment. So let's hang a few of these. I actually really like these. Fernie the Fabulous. Yes, she is. Wait, don't I have an urn in my inventory? I do. Let's put a vampire urn on top. Because I can. That is basically it. Vampire urn. Yeah, you know, it's a haunted house after all, so why not? What my plan was actually here was to kind of, because it's a spellcaster, kind of, you know, do spellcastery stuff. So I found the Tarot Tome Shrine. And I was like, let's grab that. Then I also want a cauldron here. You know what? It is what it is. So let's push you there a little bit. Yeah, we have the tome. I don't have a room for a lot anymore. I do need lighting. How about if I put some shelves up? So there's also kind of a cluster like this. I think it's from Realm of Magic, but we will just use this one. I think that I kind of want just a tiny bookshelf. It's 240, but I think that's fine. I think something like this. So this is then basically the witchy room. Yeah, I thought so. That's kind of sad. So what I wanted to do with the bone pile that I have here is basically bury it, and that's then the reason that the house is haunted, which maybe I cannot do. Which is kind of sad. I could put it in a wall, We'll put it here in the wall. Let's see. Let's kind of do that then. So that's the reason that it is haunted or something like that. Anyway, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to decorate the lot and then I'll show you the final result. Everything is finished. Yes, I had so much fun decorating this. I grabbed a lot of stuff from Debug. So if you were to download this house, make sure that you have the appropriate cheats on. They're all linked in my description box. I kind of have a story in my mind. The lady of the house, lady of the manor, keeps looking so young. But the townspeople are kind of wondering how it is that she stays so young, because, you know, kind of known that she likes to party. A lot of young single people are seen partying at her house, but some are never seen again. Yet the lady or the lord, kind of what kind of sim you put in here, keeps being very young. So here's basically the pathway, and then there is just a nice, I don't know, I just like the ruin stuff. Ruins. Yes, never mind. So in the garden here, there's a kitty cat there. It's a skelly cat. So here we have kind of a fire pit. These little stools are actually from Debug. Part of basically the base of a column that are really sized down, and then put some cushions on top. I just put this here so you can also fish if you want to. And this I thought was so cute. So these are actually separate statues, and I just plopped them together. And I think that they look cute. So yeah, and then if you go then basically here to the back of the garden, I also put some bunnies in there. They were also in Debug because I could. We have a funky well, and then here we basically have a woohoo bush. It's sized up though, so that it, you know, is a little bit more prominent. But yeah, there's the woohoo bush. And then the other woohoo spot. Yeah, that was kind of what I wanted to do. I wanted to also get a picnic blanket, but my money ran out. So instead of the picnic blanket, we actually have a pile of leaves. Oh, this is throwaway? I thought you could also woohoo in this. That was the plan. So I don't know, maybe made a boo-boo. So we're just going to pretend that you can woohoo in there as well. And then here is not really a lot. It basically goes through the front again, so that you can, you know, kind of walk around the house if you want to. And then here in the back, because it's a spooky haunted house kind of needs a cemetery. So you have your own cemetery. We also have a little birdhouse here. Make heirloom or view. I don't know if anything will happen there. And then here is basically the back patio with the door to the dining room is in here. So let's go to the front of the house then. Okay, so here is one of the cats. And honestly, when I saw this, I was like, I did not know we could do that. So basically this is Patchy. How did I call it? Oh yeah, Patches. Patches the cat. But this is a naked cat, and it kind of looks a little bit weird, but that is fine. That was kind of what I wanted to do. So here in the front whole thingamajiggy, I have some plants. I also have the fuse box. Don't exactly know why I put it there, but I put it there. Okay, and then we come into the hallway. So here is the toilet, which is not really exciting. Behind this curtain is the kitty litter box. And then on this side we go to the living room. I actually like how it's looking. So here we have a bar. And then here we have a record player on top of, I don't know, I thought it was actually fun that if you basically close it down, that you have those suitcases. So here we have the couches. So honestly, if I did not have a budget, I would have cluttered it up way, way more. But I did have a budget. So yeah. So apparently this is also a woohoo spot. This is the champagne bottle thingy, and I think it sets a mood. So I actually filled up the aquarium with some fishies. And then here we get to the library. You know, the library. And then, no, can we just do what I want you to do? Thank you. I like the fact that these potion bottles do that. I like that. Now, shut it with your better exception. I don't really care right now. Let's go to the kitchen next. Here's the hallway. Then here we have the kitchen with the coffee corner there. There are the sinks. Then we have the kitchen, the rest of the kitchen. So what I did forget to do was I forgot to clutter up the pantry here. So there's that. Yes, unfortunately. And then here we have cat balls and the dining room, which is also pretty cute. It's not big, but that's fine. I don't know why my game is being very annoying right now, but that's fine. So that is the downstairs area. Upstairs, let's do that again. Let's hope that my game wants to do what I want it to do. So I put a mirror here, and then we have the stairs here. Like that, and then you get to the hallway. What I also added was that thing that you see there. I found it in Debug. It doesn't work, so it's now it's just, you know, decoration, but that's fine. I also added some urns, so we have a vampire urn here, and then we have a werewolf urn there, because I could. Smoke alarm and spiderwebbies. And then here we can actually go outside. Let's do that before I forget. And then here you have those cute chairs. I just put 2 there so that you can kind of sit here if you want to. And then here we go to the bedroom, the master bedroom. Oh, I like how it turned out. A lot, actually. I think it's very, very cool. Mirror there. And then the bed. And then all the candles. And then here the vanity with all the stuff that she bought because she loves to shop. The closet, which is also a woohoo spot. And then we go into the bathroom. Well, the shower is... Oh, the shower is a woohoo spot. I think that the tub is as well, but I'm actually not sure. Honestly, isn't everything a woohoo spot? Just saying. But yeah, this is bathroom. Not really exciting, but again, I ran out of budget, so... Yeah. Okay, here we have the second bedroom where someone... Who the fuck is sleeping in my bed? Is that me? Why am I sleeping in the guest bedroom? Interesting. So basically it's like, now this bed is mine as well. And there's... Oh, that is just too precious. So, one of the cats is just, you know, napping. Because they can. So, here's the guest bedroom. Again, pretty sparse, but it is what it is. And then here we have the bathroom with stuff clipping as well, I see. So I kind of need to fix that, but that is fine. I will do that. And then we have the ladder up. So let's go up. And then here we have, oh, a dirty plate. Nice. Shouldn't you clean that up? And then here we have kind of, you know, that there. So what I also added, you see that glowing orb there? I added a bunch of them just around the property as well, because I thought it was fun. So yeah, this is basically it. So let's just, you know, do a quick overview. This is the upstairs, you know, the witchy room. Then we have the master bedroom here, including a bathroom and a big woohoo closet, or at least you should be able to woohoo in the closet as well. That was the idea. Then here we have the hallway. Then we have here the guest room and the guest bathroom. And then downstairs we have dining room, kitchen. You need to clean that up too, mop like mad. Toilet, hallway, living room, and then the study, basically. And then the outside with lots of greenery. So it's a big lot, but I do think that I did a good job, if I do say so myself. So let's kind of go over the checklist then. So the first one was build a haunted house. So what I actually did was the traits panel. I made it on Hello Grounds, but I also gave it a romantic aura and a singles hangout. And then for lots challenge, we are spooky. So that is basically that. Yes, must have 2 floors. Well, we actually have 3. Build on a 50 by 50 lot. We did. Or at least I did. The owner is an adult with 5 cats. Well, she's technically a young adult. That's the label that The Sims gave her. However, she's ancient because, you know, she needs to woohoo to stay young. See what I did there? They love the woohoo and shopping sprees. Well, there are different woohoo options here on the lot. And I think that I showed kind of, you know, the shopping spree as well. Unfortunate because we have a budget. I could not go as overboard as I would have liked to do. Like to have gone. That was correct grammar, I believe. They're afraid of foundation and pitched roofs. Well, there is no foundation, so that is why I actually raised the terrain up. Pitched roof, I think we're okay in that regard. But I'm actually not sure. English is not my first language, and I don't really know if this qualifies as a pitched roof. If you know, let me know down in the comment section. But I think that I like it. I like the roofs. Must have a spare bedroom. We have a spare bedroom. The budget is 82.591. Well, you see here I have 380 left. That's not completely true because I went in-game to check something and she got money. I don't know how, but she got a little money. So we are basically at 0. And if I go and see the lot value, you can see that the lot value, which is actually interesting. So the lot value here is 64,000 simoleans. But if I go and save it to my library, it says 74.5 almost. So I don't know what that is about, but I basically used up 82,500 simoleans. That's it. And optionally try only building diagonally. Well, we didn't do that, but I do think that I did a good job. Yes, I very much do think so. So let me know down below what you thought of this build. I will put it up in the gallery, and my EA handle is NikkiRaven76. It's also linked in the description box. Let me know if you're going to download it. I'm also going to try and upload the family, but I kind of have to see if she is CC free now. I hope so. For me, the most difficult thing was the budget. The rest was kind of the rest was all okay, but the budget, I think that the most difficult thing for me would be to build a starter home with only 20,000 simoleans. I think that's going to be very difficult. But I'll do that because I think it will be fun. I'm not going to do that now, but I will do so in the future. And if you have any building requests, let me know. Yes, and that is going to be it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Give the video a thumbs up if you liked it. Hit the subscribe button if you want to see more of me and my content. And then I am going to wish you a fantastic day, a fabulous evening, happy gaming. And I'll see you soon in my next one. Bye.